because of distances, and also we had no ashram in Melbourne all these days, I found that the collectivity is not yet properly woven here. And so I think best thing is today we must worship the Virat. Virat is the primordial father, you can say, or the one who is in our brain, acts for our collectivity. But those who have come to Sahasrara have to understand that collectivity is the basic of your ascent. If you are not collective, if you do not come to the center, if you do not meet each other, then you are like a nail which is cut out of the finger, and the divine has nothing to do with you. You are out of the tree, like the flowers which have come out of the tree can exist for a while, no doubt, but after some time they are dead and finished. So it is important for all of you to understand that collectivity, if it is not established in Sahaja Yoga will die out. I am now going to America where collectivity has to be really of the maximum nature, but it is not so. There are so many problems on collectivity in America. But still I would say that they realize one thing, that they have to be very collective. The problems are like there are very few people who are Sahajogis there. But among themselves, they understand responsibility. They are all working very hard. They are spreading Sahaja. Now you see they have the school breeze started from there. There are so many activities they are doing in America with such a small number that it is amazing how they are managing these things. And they do it very beautifully because they feel joined together. They are so far away from Honolulu to New York. It's such a long distance. But it's such a lot of understanding, such a lot of love and sense of responsibility. Because they are a small number, they feel extremely responsible that we have to be absolutely collective. No question of having groups. Even if somebody makes mistakes or something, they never talk about it to anybody else but to me. They never discuss about each other. They never talk ill about each other. They never form any groups. Now this is the sense of collectivity. That it's a small hall, doesn't matter, we are all together. And how are we going to get all of them inside? Because you can't enjoy it unless until all of you are together. Now, everybody has to keep quiet, all right, children? All of you, huh? Otherwise they'll again ask you to go out. So now, let us see how do we miss out on collectivity. It's a very practical, down-to-earth understanding. First, we must know without collectivity we cannot exist. As the body has to be in connection with the brain, in the same way, without collectivity, Sahaja Yoga cannot exist. Once you understand that, then you have to work it out that collectivity is absolutely established within and without. It is more within that we have to establish than without. Whatever you have within is manifested outside. Now, how do we establish it within ourselves? First of all, we have to understand that now we are the relations of each other. Ganeshwara has said, Techi soyari hoti. Who is that crying? Alright, Tila. I chat for Alright. So the first thing is that within ourselves, we have to see with introspection, what are we doing against collectivity in our mind? How our mind is working. I do not know what thing comes first in the human mind about another person. But the first thing is that these are your real relations. And nobody else are your relations. These children are your children, and these men are your brothers, and these ladies are your sisters, and we are one big family together. We are part and parcel of one body. As this hand cannot hit another hand, thank God it doesn't think. Otherwise, as human beings, they might start thinking against another hand. But they don't, because they are connected to one brain activity. So the first thing one has to understand, that do not try to see the defects of another person, but goodness of another person. That is really going to help you the most. Like in India, I see, I don't know, here may be the same. If they know you, supposing, immediately they'll find out, now what work can we take out of this person? If somebody is a minister's brother, immediately they'll approach the minister's brother. All right, will you do this work for me? Then somebody says, I'm such and such. Immediately people will think, oh, so what work can we get out of this person? In the same way, you can go a little further in the language of Sahaja Yoga. As soon as you come to know about someone, you should not think what business I can do with him. I have seen immediately if somebody has money, people will jump at him, all right, let's have the business together. Even in Sahaja. Or if there's anything like that, immediately they start employing that person for your purpose. On the contrary, what you have to do, as soon as you know about somebody, then you have to think what goodness he has got. How can I imbibe that goodness within myself? Because we are here to enrich ourselves spiritually. So you must think as first and foremost thing, what can I do to get the goodness of that person within myself? So you'll be looking out for the goodness of that person than instead of looking out for bad qualities. Because bad qualities are not going to nourish you at all. Also, if somebody has bad qualities, no use thinking about you yourself, because if you start thinking about it, they are not going to be improved. It is somebody else's problem. So best thing is to look at another person with adoration and understanding, with love, that he is one of us and what can I use. Now if I have the hand, I don't have to think because we are programmed that way. If I have to hold this, automatically I use my hand, not my feet. I know my hands are going to do. But when I have to walk, I don't walk with my hands, because I know my feet have to walk. In the same way, you have to know which Sahaja Yogi is going to help you to nourish yourself. Immediately your mind will become very clear. Then you have to practice love. Now, how do you practice love with others? If you love someone, what do? You try to please that person. Small things can make people very happy. I know you all try to please me very much. You'll give me presents, you'll find out things which are good for me, you'll go out of the way, buy sweet flowers for me. Beautiful things you do to please me. I am over pleased, I must tell you. But I am more pleased, much more pleased, if you understand collectivity and try to please each other. Such a person pleases me the most, that the attention is more on pleasing each other. As soon as you decide you have to please others, your tongue will become different. It will become a sweet tongue. The tongue, which was like a pair of scissors, becomes such a beautiful thing of honey. Then you talk little, but you really pour honey on another person, and another person really enjoys it. Now, the worst enemy of collectivity is aggressiveness. Some people are basically aggressive. Their style of talking is extremely aggressive. The way they say things is aggressive. Maybe because anything. Maybe they are better educated. Maybe they come from a very aggressive family. Maybe they are having a kind of a superiority complex or an inferiority complex or a sense of insecurity. Or maybe they are possessed. They try to dominate and show their very strong feelings towards people of superiority. They may be inferior. It's not necessary, but they do. And this is something is to be curbed. So what you have to practice here is humility. Try to be humble. There was a joke like this, that one gentleman was going on the staircase and another was coming from the top. So this gentleman who is going up there said to the another that please move. So he said, I don't move for fools. The person who was climbing up, he said, but I do. And he moved out. And the best is to practice your meditation together. In Delhi, we have started an ashram. Every morning I find people coming, sitting together to meditate. It's like a temple, it's like a church. They come there and so many of them are sitting and meditating together. Meditating together is the best way to feel the collectivity. You can meditate at home, of course, you have to cleanse it for your depth, but also you must meditate together. And when you meditate together, then the strength that you have strengthens others, and the strength of the whole collectivity improves so much. We are meditating together is a very big thing. Everyone has to understand that whenever you get time, you find out in the morning times, for example, we'll go to the ashram and meditate. Say Sunday morning, we'll just go and meditate in the ashram. Just for meditation you have to come. Meditate and go away. Because I reside in this ashram. I am here. So leave your homes, come here and meditate. Meditation will help you a lot. Wherever you are together, I am with you. But when you are away from each other, I am not with you. Only in difficulties, when you are pushed into some places where I am not there, where you think I am not there, I am there. But if you deliberately are keeping out of collectivity, I am not with you. So try to grow your collectivity, otherwise you cannot go deep into your own depths. You cannot become a great Sajogi. You cannot really be called a Sajogi. Those who have a sense of collectivity can only become that. So we have before us in Melbourne so many people. And when the quantity increases, the quality should not fall down. And the quality of collectivity has to be very strong by having very strong bonds. I like when you praise someone. Normally, I've seen whenever I'm anywhere, people only talk about people who are negative. Nobody talks about positive people. So I don't know about them. Mostly I know who are negative. So I would love to know about people who are very positive, who are great, who are doing good things, and forget about the negative. They'll drop out in any way. So best thing is to tell about the people who are positive, who are doing good work, who are real Sahjogis. I bless you all in Melbourne that you have a beautiful collectivity and enjoy yourself, and every meeting should be a festival for you and an enjoyment. May God bless you.